about that. Just put your skin, baby, on my skin, your hips, you know what I'm saying? That's what ASAP Rocky and Rihanna was doing. They was getting it in, honey, and now these men out here butt hurt because she pregnant. Been pregnant for way too long. Baby mama, this your song. Okay, anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Black History Month and the month of love. So make sure you tell someone that you love them, care about them, you're there for them, and you know it makes a difference because I know this is not part of Black History Month, but mental health is part of Black History Month because, man, these last couple of weeks, like, just two people took their lives, and man, it's just oof. I can't even, like, Regina King, like, that took me down because being a mom, like, you just sitting here, just I can't. You might as well just. I couldn't even communicate. I don't even know, you know, because her son and her were so close, and they keep showing clips of, you know, her talking about her son, and it just made me cry. Like, I cried because I know both sides. I know the side of somebody who's suicidal, you know, I know a mother, you know, mother's love, like, that hurts, you know, and it's especially when you can't do nothing to save your child, and that takes a lot. Oh, it takes a lot, child. Jesus. And being on the side of, you know, the suicide part, I have been suicidal before in my younger days. I actually tried to and was unsuccessful, thank the Lord, but it was a very hard time. And, you know, thinking back to what I was thinking, even though I was hella young, it was just all these bad things going around, and, you know, what's in the middle? Me, you know, and I blame myself, and I was, you know, I hate to say selfish, but I was just thinking about myself and how everything around me felt like it wasn't gonna get better. And I was like, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I wasn't here, you know. There's not a lot of people that know about that, and I don't like to talk about it too often, but I feel like what's going on lately, like, you know, the Miss USA young lady killed herself. Again, you never know what nobody's going through. You never know what a kind word to a stranger might do to their day. And sometimes it may or may not help. You don't know. You know, even though it's hard to say, oh, it's not your fault, the people that they leave behind, it's not. Because we're not thinking about that. We're not thinking about you. We're thinking about ourselves. We're thinking about how we can make the life better if we're not even here. And that sounds crazy, and it does, but that's what it's going through your mind. It's just like, I just don't want to be here. Like, I just can't take it. And I'm glad I'm still here. Life is hard, period. Life is just hard. What can you do? You know, just think of better ways to do things that make you happy. You know, the depression, like, I was getting back into my depression. I wasn't there, but it was getting there. I was like, okay, we're not going there again, Ricki. All right, what do we need to do? Let's focus. Let's meditate. Let's do some yoga. Let's do things that make us happy. And, you know, one thing I strive for this year is setting boundaries and saying no. Sometimes it's your own fault because you're just not thinking about yourself, really. You're not being selfish. You're not being selfish. You're letting, you know, you're people pleasing. You're doing all this when you really don't want to, you know, but you don't want to seem like an asshole. So you do it, you know. But sometimes you got to think about yourself and say, hey, you know what? This ain't right for me. And I'm going to have to say no. You don't have to explain yourself at all. Like, no explanation is needed. Therapy, yoga, meditation, sitting in a quiet room by yourself, just detached from social media, because social media doesn't help with your depression or anything you're going through, because it just makes you seem like, well, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You're doing nothing. And that's not true, and I had to realize that for myself. I get down about me, I'll put stuff out there and it's just like, well, nobody cares. Nobody likes what I do. You really don't pay attention to me, so it's just like, social media is not a place to validate your life, period. I learned that a long time ago. Now I understand that if people don't like what you do, that's on them. As long as you like what you do, that's what matters. Everybody doesn't see your vision. They don't see what you see in yourself. And you have to believe in yourself and be able to understand that, hey, shit, I'm the shit. I am somebody. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I don't know. I just felt that on my heart. And this is very difficult for me to talk about, but I did it. And I just want people to know that you are important. You are loved. I love you if ain't nobody told you. Okay? I'm giving you a big hug, air hug, sending positive vibes your way, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. You don't know what you said today or years ago affects somebody, and they still have that on their minds. So try to be kind to yourself. Try to be kind to other people. And just be happy if you can. Take every ounce of your body and try to make yourself happy. I'm gonna leave you with a little Tabitha Brown. She came out with a post not too long ago, after Regina King's son passed away, and I don't know, it just touched my spirit, and I want to share that word with y'all. So thank you for listening. Be you, be wonderful, be kind to yourself. There are groups, there are therapy sessions, there are the suicide hotline. Like, if you need any of that, please reach out to someone. Don't go through this alone. Okay? And hell, if you need to reach out to me, becoming.a.podcast@gmail.com. The emails are open, and I'm here to listen if you have no one to listen to.
Hello there. Y'all all right? Honey, I had a very restless night. So if you're not all right, it's okay. I understand. Okay? My heart was so heavy for so many different reasons. But in particular, we, as a world, have suffered many losses, right? In the last 2 years that were unexpected. But in this last week, a lot of losses have happened. Friends and family that I know have suffered tremendous losses. And my heart is heavy for them, right? And although I'm very comfortable with death, I understand it on a very personal level. I do not fear it, and I know that without it, there is no life, right? It's inevitable. It's going to happen. However, it's not the people who pass on that I am heavy-hearted for. It's the people who are left behind, who don't understand, who can't find their peace, who feel guilty, who feel that they could have done more, who feel that they didn't say enough, who feels that they should have answered the phone. They should have went over and checked in one more time. They didn't make it to the hospital in time. They shouldn't have traveled that week. All these different things that I know go through the mind of people when they lose a loved one, right? But I want to speak to those people, and I want you to know that there's absolutely nothing else you could have done. It was going to happen, right? There was nothing else that you could have said. There is nothing else that you could have shown, right? I know that it feels that way, but you got to stop beating yourself up. You got to give yourself grace. And you have to work on finding your peace with this, okay? It is not your fault. Do you understand that? There's nothing else you could have done different. It is what it is, and it will be okay. I know right now it doesn't feel like it, but I am praying for you, and I see you, and I feel you, and I understand. When I lost my mom, honey, you know, they had given my mom like 6 to 8 months to live, and she gave us 3 years, right? And I often thought that those years that she stayed were for me, you know, me and my sister, to prepare us. But there really is no real preparation for when our loved ones leave us, right? But during those years that she was here, I really put a lot of time into going and staying with my mama weeks and months at a time and helping to take care of her, from therapy to doctor's appointments to, you know, even myself and my sister learning how to, you know, use the ventilator machine and how to suction her, and going through classes, everything that we could. Surprising her, taking her to the beach, doing all the things that we thought she wanted and that she asked for. Even with all of that, when she passed away, in my mind, I felt I could have done more. I could have talked to her more. I could have fed her more. I could have, I don't know, just showed up more for her. These thoughts consumed me for a very long time, until I had to get to a place of understanding that there was nothing else that I could have done to change it. But I know the pain. I know the pain that you feel. I know the burden that you carry. I know the guilt that consumes when you feel that you could have done something else. But that is not yours to carry. It's not your fault, and you did enough. Okay? My heart is just so heavy for you all, for anyone who is experiencing loss and experiencing that type of pain of guilt and burden, regret. I want you to find peace with that. I want you to know that you did your best. You did all that you could do, right? There's nothing else that you could have done. And it's not your fault, okay? That's it. I love you. I want us to all be intentional. To all be intentional with loving each other, okay? We need that in this world, today and every day. We need to love each other and see each other, okay? Check in on each other, but really be intentional with being kind and loving each other, all right? Well, I'll talk to y'all later, okay? I'm praying for y'all, and I'm sending love and hugs and peace your way, all right? All right. Well, go about y'all business, and you try your best to have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you go messing up nobody else's here. All right. I'll talk to you later. Love you.